Hi Rehan, welcome to the talk show of the IPL auctions. We saw a lot of releases, we saw a lot of transfers as well, and I think the biggest headline before the auction was the transfer of Jadeja and Devil Brewis to Rajasthan and the swap of
I'm good.
Sam Curran to Rajasthan Royals, and Sanju Samson coming in place of coming to CSK in place of these two. Although he won't be the captain, Gaikwad has been named the captain, but obviously there has been a lot of drama well before the auction, and a lot of eyebrows were raised when Dreras was released from KKR, but he decided that he did not want to play for any other team, just like how you saw with Kyron Pollard in Mumbai Indians. Now he'll be one of the coaching staff of KKR. But going into the 2026 IPL auction, KKR have the biggest purse, followed by CSK. So, like from these two teams' perspective, who would be your first buy and why?
I think for the limited amount of supply that is there in the market, you will see Cameron Green going at a good price, even though I feel that he's overrated
Yeah,
in the terms of IPL. If you see per se, he has not lit up the IPL on fire with his performances. He has played for two franchises, RCB and Mumbai. Even though he has scored 100 in the IPL, but he hasn't really been a standout performer for either of the franchises. We don't know whether he'll be bowling fit. We are not too sure about it. So it'll be interesting to see whether teams go after him. My personal opinion is that he shouldn't get over 15 crores. But given the dynamics
yeah,
of the auction, I know it's a ridiculous number to say, but given the dynamics of the auction, you know that he's going to go for a ridiculous amount of money,
maybe
which is
around 20,
actually unfair.
22. Yeah,
Yeah, which is actually unfair, but that is going to happen. A couple of teams, including Chennai and KKR, would fight for him. Although I don't see Chennai fight for him that much because they are looking at a player who can bat at number four. Probably a left-hander, maybe somebody like a Venkatesh Iyer, but I'm not too sure how he would fit into the franchise. Uh, KKR have a lot of things to do. I mean, they've almost depleted half of their side, given away so many of their key main players. I don't know how they're going to build a team around Ajinkya Rahane. That is what the reports tell us, that he might be the captain still in
correct. Yeah.
2026, but a long way to go for KKR. I think they might be the most busiest franchise on Tuesday in the auction.
Correct. And in terms of the supply that you said is quite short, obviously, but you expect KKR to go big for Cameron Green because he is a pitch like Green is more suitable for that kind of a pitch than Chepauk. But coming to Chennai, they let go of Jadeja. There is no Ashwin, there is no Pathirana as well. So obviously, you would need one death bowling option. You still have Nathan Ellis, but I don't think you'll solely rely on him. You have Khalil Ahmed, you'll have other few bowlers, but I think one experienced bowler and one experienced spinner is what they need currently. And do you think that, knowing that Chennai have been playing spin heavy over the last 17, 18 years, they don't have any of their mainstays now. There's no Ashwin, there's no Jadeja. Who they'll go for?
I think huge amount of pressure would be on CSK getting the selections right, because even though their team looks complete now with a couple of youngsters coming in like Brevis and Matre, and to add on to that firepower, you have Sanju Samson as well.
Correct.
Bowling, you are right, they have lost their key resources. Ravi Bishnoi, I think, is someone that they might look at, even though
Correct.
his performances in the last maybe 3 seasons or so has been very middling, to say the least. Akash Deep is another fast bowler that they would like to have in their armory, because I think they were missing that X factor with the ball after Khalil Ahmed was bowling in the power play.
Hmm.
Overseas, I'm not too sure whom they would target, because there are
Hmm.
so many fast bowlers who are going to go under the hammer. Somebody like a Matt Henry would also be a very good option from New Zealand, who could be good with the new ball. Will be very interesting to see. They might look at a finger spinner. What I feel, because you have somebody like a Noor Ahmed who will play all the matches and
Correct.
be the key bowler for CSK. They might not look at a foreign spinner, is what I feel. But yeah, a day for CSK also in the auction, because they have to fill major holes in bowling
One.
and one in batting. Yeah.
One addition I would like to see for CSK would be Liam Livingstone. he could fill in the role that Jadeja was playing. He also serves a better role in terms of bowling because he can bowl a leg spin to a right hander and an off spin to a left hander. So a lot of variations, but I would really like to see where MS Dhoni bats this season because obviously your top four and top five is quite locked with you'll have Urvil Patel, you'll have Devil Bruce, you'll have Sanju Samson, Gaikwad. So your top four is much more locked. You'll have somewhere Dhoni around number six or after that maybe around seven his position. And by all means, I think it's sure that it's going to be his last season as a CSK player and a player in the IPL. So I think it becomes very important for CSK to crack the code because once he goes out, you need another finisher to come in. So that is where maybe Liam Livingstone, at least for a couple of seasons before the mega auction again resumes, he could play that role. But again, you correctly mentioned I would like to see CSK going for Akashdeep because they don't have Pathirana and they don't have any death bowling options. They might not need a lot of death bowling in at Chepauk, but when they travel maybe to on pitches like Wankhede, Chinnaswamy, Hyderabad as well now, you need more death bowling options and more bowling options as well. And Ruturaj is not great as a captain as well. So I would rather have CSK going with seven bowling options, two all-rounders and five proper bowlers, and then one impact player to in that IPL edition. Yeah.
I think even Livingston, you rightly mentioned, I think he could be a key player. If CSK pick him, he could fit into that role perfectly. I thought Glenn Maxwell was
Yeah, but
also going
he's
to be a part, but he is not.
yep. So I
And I
think
think one more last name, if I can just close it, sorry to interrupt, but
yeah,
it could be David Miller. I just
could
feel
be
that
yeah, yes.
he is that left-handedness that they need in the middle order because there are so many right-handers at the top. He could break that jinx
Mhm.
and be a good finisher for CSK.
And I think again, you rightly mentioned David Miller is a great option for them. They have, I mean, they've let go Matisha Pathirana, but they can maybe bring him back for 6-7 crores. That's not a problem, but then it'll be a problem of who you play in your foreign player slots. So yeah, I think two franchisee, KKR and CSK have a lot to do. Three franchises I would like to say instead of two this time around. MI, RCB, and Punjab don't have much to do. It's just like a small vacation. It's like a team bonding session for the team management that will go for the auction. Enjoy some off time, get some domestic players, maybe give some time to like give some talent scouting as well. But yeah, for a team like Sunrisers Hyderabad, do you think they would need some Arsenal because their pace bowling stocks have decreased because Pat Cummins on the back of three Ashes Test matches. We don't know if he'll be playing the T20 World Cup. How fit he is. There's no Mohammad Shami. Harshal Patel is not the best bowler. So do you think they need a bit of a change in their arsenal?
Of course, I mean, losing out Shami is a big loss, even though they don't rate him that high. But I still think that he is the best Indian bowler that you can have in your team. I think to let him go was a very bad decision on their part, but they must have planned out something. And I feel that in the spin department also, you also need to add on to that firepower. Only
Correct.
Ishan Ansari doesn't add to that experience. They
Yes.
have also let go of Adam Zamba,
Hmm.
so I'm not sure how they're going to manage their bowling resources, and they need a cover, as you rightly said, for someone like a Pat Cummins,
Hmm.
because it's important that you have your foreign fast bowler in the lineup. Also, if I see looking at the finishing role, when they lost out on a couple of wickets in the power play, they really didn't seem to have built a partnership as such. So I would
Correct.
like to see them invest in one proper Indian batter. Could be someone like a Sarfaraz or could be someone like a Deepak
Mayank
Hooda
Agarwal.
also. I mean, Mayank Agarwal. I mean, Deepak Hooda has not been in great form, but he is that kind of a player who could build on partnerships. Just one more thing wanted to add for
Yeah, yeah.
RCB. I think that they have a little bit to do. I would disagree on that
In
only
terms of
because
bowling. Correct. Yeah.
in terms of bowling,
Yep.
because they are not sure on Yash Dayal, and I think Josh Hazelwood is also going to miss out due
And
to
they've
injury.
released Lungisani Nigiri as well. So there's only Bhuvneshwar Kumar as of now. Josh Hazelwood will come back for sure because he's not played any test matches, so he'll come back to the IPL. But yeah, you're not sure with that, and you want to have good pace bowling backups. And I think Matisha Patirana could be a bowler they could target. But do they have the purse for that? I think yes, they have 16 crores remaining. So yeah, I think they could go for them. Yeah.
I think
And I
Mathurana is going to be one of the top
yeah.
players in all franchises because he's a unknown commodity, something that you want. I don't know how Chennai have let him go. Maybe it could be because of his poor form and probably he's not done that well internationally.
Correct. Now coming to the Rajasthan Royals, they've obviously let their captain go. You've gotten two solid all-rounders, but in terms in for to do that, you've released two brilliant spinners, if I could say so, Vanindu Hasaranga and I think it's Theekshana, yeah. So you have Jaiswal, you have Riyan Parag, you have Vaibhav Suryavanshi, but there is a clear lack of a wicket-keeping option and a captain as well. So, what do you think from a Rajasthan perspective? Do you go to this auction thinking you want to buy a captain?
I don't see that happening. I think it could be a debate between Jaiswal and
Parag.
Riyan Parag.
There's Dhruv Jurel as well. Yeah, sorry. Yep. So,
But I don't rate him in that captaincy. I
no, no,
mean,
no, no.
he,
In terms of wicket keeper. Yeah.
in terms of wicketkeeper, yeah, they have Dhruv Jurel, so he can finish and do the job for them. Teams, Rajasthan for the first time looks very much balanced. If you
Correct.
see,
That is because they have let
they
go of
would
some good players.
some good players, and they would be very happy with the fact that Vaibhav Suryavanshi is
Hmm.
become the player that they expected him to be because
Correct.
of their top two being, left-handers and aggressive openers. They don't have to
Hmm.
focus that much on their top order as such. Even though they have let go of Nitish Rana, they might look at someone like, I don't know, maybe they could. It's a very vague thought, but they could look at somebody like a Steve Smith, maybe somebody who
Hmm.
balances the act and carries
Correct.
on the good start that the openers provide.
Yeah, makes sense.
Fast bowling is again a little bit of a worry, and spin as well. They'll have to sort the spin out. Again, Ravi Bishnoi is one common name that will be running across franchises. They'll have to also look at local talents, maybe someone who play in the domestic leagues and who do well.
Hmm.
So it'll be
Correct.
challenging for them. But yeah, I think the 11 as such looks very balanced.
And do you think they could go for someone like a Josh English who can be their long-term number three? Because you'll have Jaiswal and Suryavanshi to open. They can go for English at three. You'll have Jurel at four. You'll have Parag at five, and then you'll have Jadeja and Sam Curran in six and seven. And it is a very balanced setup. And you know how good a player English is.
Definitely. One more name, if I could add someone like to like, could be Daryl Mitchell also.
Correct?
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
he's
not
there.
sure
Yeah, yeah.
how much of a good form he is in, but
No, he's in good form. He scored a ODI century recently. Yeah.
even he'll be amongst franchises because see that number 3 4 is a very tricky place to
Hmm.
bat in T20s, and you need a gun player, and these two players,
Correct.
English and Mitchell, bring in that experience and responsibility. So Rajasthan just need to get that right,
Hmm.
and they need someone who can complement Jofra Archer very well. So
Correct.
they might look out for some good, uh, power play bowlers.
Gerald Coates.
That's a great that's a great shout. And Andre
Because
Burger is still a part of Rajasthan. I'm not sure.
yes, yes, they are. Yes, he is. He is.
He's also a fantastic bowler, but yeah, you're right.
And
Gerald
I think
Coetzee would be good.
one more death bowling option could be Mohit Sharma. He's been released from Delhi Capitals. So I think if RCB wants to go for him, it could be a great option, even for a backup for Bhuvneshwar Kumar or someone. So that looks good. For Lucknow Super Giants, they have released quite a few players. One big name was David Miller and Ravi Bishnoi, but I think they look settled. But more than that, I think with the addition of Mohammad Shami, their pace bowling has become a lot better, which has Avesh Khan. I feel yeah, Avesh is there, Mohammad Shami is there, and Mohsin Khan is there, and obviously you'll have Mayank Yadav if he's fit this season. So LSG looks pretty much settled. Now let's move on to Gujarat Titans. I think they have had a brain fade moment. They've let go of Shafin Rutherford. I don't know what happened there, but their pace bowling does need a look because I don't think Rabada is fit at the moment. He might not play. There is Siraj, there is Prasid Krishna, but you do need backups, correct?
You're right, but I think they have loaded with fast bowlers.
Hmm.
Ishan Sharma is also a part, if I'm
Yeah, he is.
not
Yeah,
wrong.
I missed him out. Yeah, so I think yeah, then
Yeah,
they
no,
are
no.
also yeah sorted.
So they have
Hmm.
one more player. I forgot his name. Maybe he's also a part of Gujarat Titans, Darshan Nalkande. I'm not sure about him, but
No,
there are bowlers in GT. Yeah, middle order bat again is a big area of concern for them.
correct.
I don't
I
know
think
how they've let.
yeah, I think
I don't
Washington
know how they've
Sundar,
left. But Washington Sundar, if he plays at 4, then who will play at 5?
Glenn Phillips.
Could be Glenn Phillips.
But see, I agree. They have less. finishing options, but maybe you this is the time that you like put more faith in the finishing power of Shah Rukh Khan, Rahul Tewatia, and Rashid Khan because they are your number six, number seven, number eight. But I think yeah, all in all squads do seem to be balanced apart from KKR and CSK. But couple of questions that I would like to ask you: where will Quinton De Cock go? Because I don't see any proper position where
I
opening
see. With
opening.
the team that we have not talked about yet,
Which
Delhi
one?
Capitals.
Does it need a opener?
Definitely, it needs an opener because they only have Rahul. Jake Fraser Magak has gone. He's no
Okay.
longer a part. He would fit in perfectly because they need a foreign player, a left-hander, backup for a wicketkeeper in terms of KL Rahul maybe. So he would be ideal at that spot. And if he and Rahul, Quinton and Rahul open the innings for DC, it will be excellent. Even if you look at the wicket type of wicket, Firoz Shah Kotla
Hmm.
suits his style of batting. He has done well in that ground as well. I don't know how KKR have actually let him go. He's a terrific player.
Who were their
Just that
openers last
he's,
time?
I think
Faf and
it was Faf and Rahul and Faf or
Rahul
Purell,
batted at number
someone.
four most of the time. So
I don't remember the other player's name. Purell? Abhishek Purell
yeah,
played.
I think it was Purell, Jake Fraser, all in mixture. But I agree they can bring in. I'm seeing they've brought in Nitish Rana as a trade from RR. They have KL Rahul, they have Karun Nair, they have Akshar Patel, and Akshar Patel would bat in the top five. They've got Tristan Stubbs, they have Ashutosh Sharma as well. So their top seven also looks loaded. But again, they've let go of Jake Fraser, McGurk, and Faf du Plessis. So there's one opening slot that is left, and you would. I agree. I think Quinton de Kock could go to, and then they can become a gun side as well. You'll have KL and Quinton as openers. They opened together at LSG in 23. You'll have someone like a Karun at number three. You'll have the option of picking Nitish Rana at four, Akshar at five, Stubbs at six, Ashutosh at seven. That becomes a gun side. But yeah, do you think uh, it? Any other side you think maybe KKR can go back for Quinton de Kock because they also need a
They
wicket
could.
keeper?
They could. Ideally, they could. And a team who could need a backup opener maybe. And I don't see him getting unsold in the auction
Correct.
because he's a quality player and
After the
he
century
brings in
that he
that.
scored against India is not going unsold. Maybe
No,
Surya Kumar Yadav, if he was there, or Shuman Gill in the IPL auction, then they may would have gone unsold. But yeah, Quinton de Kock is not going unsold.
also, I was Luhan de Pretorius, but I think he's playing for Rajasthan Royals. He's also a quality player.
Okay.
KKR could also take in someone like a Steve Smith. I was just thinking of this,
Hmm.
that he's a tactical captain who could bring in
Correct.
the best out of KKR. I just feel they need a gun player as a captain.
Hmm.
Rahane is no longer that player for me.
Correct.
But yeah, they have plenty to do. It's a make or break for KKR. If they get this one wrong, I think it would be down for them for the next 2 seasons for sure.
I agree. Punjab Kings, the last team for the night. Punjab Kings let go Glenn Maxwell, Josh Inglis, Aaron Hardy, Kyle Jamieson, Kuldeep Sen as well. I see they are short on bowling firepower. Lockie Ferguson, I don't know how fit he is. Ashdeep and Omarzai are the and Marco Jansen are the three fast bowlers that I see. Could be there, but you need a backup option, and I think they could go in for someone like a Pathirana or again someone like a Mohit Sharma. They could also go in for a player that KKR has released, and he's a tall hit the deck kind of a bowler from Australia. He's called Spencer Johnson, if you know what I mean.
Left arm
On
first,
those
yeah.
on those pitches of Mullanpur, I think he'll be a handy player. So yeah, any other expectations from the IPL auction? Any surprises you wish?
I hope to see Prithvi Shaw and Sarfaraz get a franchise each
Hmm,
because they
correct.
they both played under 19 together. They are the future still for India, is what I feel. They are not that old to make it
27
to
at
the
least.
side.
Yep,
27
27,
at
28.
least. So they
Yep.
are in their prime years. And I think last year he got unsold. He must have been gutted, but he could return to his old
साईं
franchise,
बाबा
the Delhi.
आप देख रहे हो मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है.
He could return to Delhi Capitals for all you know. This former
Yeah,
franchise, there could
yeah.
be a chance.
Or he could
So I,
go. He could
yeah,
go to Punjab Kings because you've got Ponting over there, and he likes Prithvi Shaw. Maybe he's a critic, but he
Punjab.
does. Yeah.
In fact, actually, you made a really good point. For me, I don't like Prab Simran Singh. No bias against him, but I feel that they could need an Indian opener. They might look at someone like a Prithvi Shaw. You never
But
know. It could be.
they have Priyansh Arya also.
Yeah, they need apart from Priyancharya. I meant, of course,
Correct.
he Priyancharya opens any day of the week.
And you are will Acha, I think Shreyas will get fit until then, so no problems. You will be expecting Shreyas Iyer to be seen at the auction, huh? By the way, Matlab he's gonna travel. Ponting is busy with his Ashes commitments, which is obviously much more important than IPL. But a few Indian players who shifted to England feel that Test player is not important for them anymore. So moving on to final predictions. One team that you think after the auction will be the strongest, and one team that you think after the auction will be the weakest.
Weakest, before the auction itself, I'm going to say it's going to be KKR. I feel they have let down in the main auction. They have a lot of catching up to do. Even if they did catch up, I don't see those players in the auction pool for them to make the strongest 11. Strongest 11 after the auction could be someone like a Delhi Capitals because they are already very sorted. Even someone like a Mumbai Indians for that matter, because they have their core in place. They don't have to do really any of the bidding as such. They could probably take someone, a spinner, a local spinner, and probably, lift his career off. But yeah, I think it'll be a very boring auction. But let's hope that we have some talking points after the auction because there are some players who could break the bank.
Correct. And I think you might as well expect Cameron Green to go over than 25 crores and break Rishabh Pant's record as well. I will not be surprised, but agreed, he does not deserve that kind of money. There is a chance that Venkatesh Iyer might go for a reduced price back to KKR for around 13 to 14 crores. But let's see. Thank you guys for watching this video. We'll be back with the auction insights. Bye bye.